What are you doing?
Hairball. Hairball.
Sid, why don't you get a pair, man?
I quit. I can't.
Okay.
We did it, Z. We did it. Z, congratulations. You picked up an Apple iPod. Oh, it's so hard to do the plug. That was earlier tonight on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, it's something we're real proud of here on the show. Our producer losing it. Wonder Boy is back in the room now. You're eating bread. You're drinking milk.
Yeah.
You used the restroom for a while. You feeling better?
No, because I started to feel better and I puked some of it up, and it was like having a whole mouthful of hot sauce all over again. I had to start completely over.
You're welcome. So I guess you're going to head home and take this 3-day weekend to do some spelling, huh?
Or smelling.
Bone up on that.
I feel the time to bone up on it would have been before the contest.
Yeah, before you tried to lure Sid into your trap.
All right, Fezzy, it's movie time. And you know whose life's a movie, right?
From the legendary Ron and Fez studios in a predominantly white neighborhood, Ron and Fez presents Showtime with the Polo.
Yeah, Polo, your life's a movie.
Yeah, Polo, you like the movie. How you doing?
Polo, you like some movie?
Yeah, yours too. How are you?
It's good to talk with you, Paul.
You're so gracious tonight.
Thank you. Well, I'm not in the house. I'm in a deserted parking lot, so it's okay.
So
Everything's safe.
you're hiding away from the wife?
No, actually, she was in a pretty good mood today. So, everything was fine, but I thought you weren't calling, so I left, and then, because I'm getting a second month off, it looks like, so, I had to go to work and straighten that all out.
You try to get her in the nut hut?
No, it's been an up and down week, as you can well imagine, and right, today it's an up week. Today is not too bad. So I'm happy.
All right, Polo. You want to hear a little bit of your wife last week?
No.
Let's just listen to a couple moments, Fez.
Good.
I'm tired of them interfering in our lives because it's so great. Because our lives are so great. I love you, and I don't like what they do. Yeah, you love me. This is love. This is love. I don't like the way they treat you. You're a jerk.
That's your wedding song, Polo, and your marriage.
But, actually, all in all, she wasn't in that bad a mood last week.
You were in a kind of a bad mood last week.
Well, you know why? Because it's one thing that she has an opinion, but, I'm trying to have a nice conversation. It's like she really, really just totally monopolized
She's
the conversation.
kind of jealous of you with us, right?
I think so. She's jealous of anything.
I have never thought I would hear that in my life. Someone being jealous of Polo's success.
No, so it was upsetting because it was just out of control. Normally, she's just yelling in the background, and this time she really became more interactive.
Right.
So.
And you got interactive. You got her big fat face.
Well, it's not like we don't have constant fights, but it's if it's private, it's not so bad. But
and you need to express yourself as a movie reviewer. This is something you need to do. Whether it's with us or anywhere else, you've got to be a reviewer.
Yeah, but it's a mortifying experience. It's embarrassing, and I was embarrassed and mortified.
Right. Well, then you handled it correctly. All right, let's put that behind us, and let's just remember better times.
Okay.
Paul's really great. Paul's great.
Yeah, that's when she's in a good mood.
Yeah, we're going to try and get her in a program. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
The program I'd get her in is the Addams Family.
I get her in Texas Tech. I understand that they think they're going to have a big year this year.
Let her be a Red Raider.
I understand. So you got three big movies this week. Raising Helen, Soul Plane, and The Day After Tomorrow.
Now, is Sades coming out this week, Polo?
Yeah, it's obviously limited release. It's not everywhere, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go first of all, Soul Plane, which looks like the greatest movie since Roots.
Okay. Well, the great thing about this movie is it's very encouraging to see that Tom Arnold is still getting work at this stage, and that's great. I mean, I think that's encouraging for all of us. He's in this movie, of course, Snoop Doggy Dogg and Monique, and, you know, it's obviously a black thing. It's, you know, it's the crude humor. I mean, it's, you know, there's an audience for this. I'm not
tired of interfering in our lives because it's so great. Because our life is so great. I love you, and I don't like what they do. Yeah, you love me. This is love. This is love. I don't like the way they treat you. You're a jerk.
All right, what were you saying about Soul Plane? Did you like it, Polo?
No, but that's just me. I don't want to.
Well, would you say that
color anybody else's opinion?
Would you say this was? You're racist.
Black people are so scared of black people.
Would you say this was the Good Burger of 2004?
I'm just saying, you know,
or is it more Disorderlies?
It's got too much bathroom humor for me. I'm not big on the bathroom humor. And I mean, you know, the Dumb and Dumber and all these movies, you know, that always turns me off a little bit with the long extended toilet scenes.
Right.
Why don't you wipe better?
You should have been here with Wonder Boy earlier. All right, so Soul Plane, how many thumbs up do you give that?
Well, you know, like I say, they can stick their thumbs up anyway.
All
but
right.
I mean,
By they, you mean blacks?
How many raised fists do you give it?
I'm just saying, this is a film for people who like, you know, something just light and crazy and crude and, you know, that's American Pie, basically, except for black people. It's an airplane for black people. That's all.
Just take the plane, put it for the pie. All right, so you're saying only if you're high.
That's right, or you're a Tom Arnold fan, either one.
How chatty was the audience?
Very chatty, I guess.
Did anyone yell, "Oh no, you didn't," at any time in that movie?
No,
all right,
man.
What else do you have?
All right, Raising Helen, of course.
Raising Helen, Fezzy. That's the new Kate Hudson, right, Polo?
Yeah, Kate Hudson. You know,
we got a clip of this.
I'm tired of them interfering in our lives because it's so great. Because our life is so great. I love you, and I don't like what they do. Yeah, you love me. This is love. This is love. I don't like the way they treat you. You're a jerk.
All right, so that's from Raising Helen.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's good.
All right,
no, I mean, you know, I'm getting another month off, it looks like, so maybe we'll take a little vacation up and threaten people up in your area. Who knows?
I would love to have you come up, Polo.
Oh, great, another round of cicada.
Now that Black Earl has left, the Watley Mansion is open.
Oh, no, not to the O's.
Anyway, you know, the only thing I have to say about this is a nice little family movie, nothing original. Gary Marshall, of course, has had a wonderful career as the director. And, you know, Kate Hudson is every bit better an actress than her mother was at the same age, Goldie Hawn. She's got charisma, and John Corbett and Joan Cusack. It's just for the kids. And if a stupid movie like Cheaper by the Dozen can make like $150 million, this should make a few bucks.
Did that really make that much money?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I had no idea.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that was a piece of junk. But, you know, this is very derivative. So what? You know, everybody doesn't want to see disaster films. Go see this, whatever.
You know, I feel like I've seen this film, like, for some reason, a young, successful single person can't feel really good about themselves until they have someone else's kids. I can't imagine.
We just saw this a month ago with Jersey Girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can't really have a great house, great car, great friends, great chick. You really need to have children or else you're somehow empty. I just don't understand the point.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. The wonderful career, fabulous, glamorous lifestyle. No, but I'm going to give that all up.
Yeah, I want to get puked on.
I want to give cereal to somebody before I really feel good about myself.
Yes, I know. Now we've got Day After Tomorrow.
What is that coming up?
It's coming today.
Oh, okay. That's odd.
I understand. And of course,
I saw the prequel day before yesterday.
I saw that 2 days ago, which is odd.
Weird.
I don't know if anybody ever saw The Day After, but that was a big thing in the 70s.
That's before my time. I mainly grew up, Polo, during the Punky Brewster years. Now, Polo, have you seen this disaster film a million times?
No, first of all, let's just say, in the simplest way that I can say about this film, this is really the king of all disaster films. It definitely deserves...
Don't we say that about every single new disaster film?
That's the point. If you say this movie's spectacular and you've never seen anything like it, you hear that about every movie. But this time, I think it really applies.
I'm not going.
Boy, do you get sucked in, Paulo.
I'm not going.
I'm just saying, it's a good disaster movie.
Have you ever given a bad review to anything?
Yes, I just did, but that's not the point. The point
I never even noticed when you do.
I'm just saying, sure, it's like all the other disaster movies. It has a whole bunch of characters, very little character development, getting into ridiculous situations. Sure.
How do they save the world? Because it seems to me impossible to save a planet from an ice age.
After everything's melted.
First of all, then you get into the whole political football, because I've never seen a bigger political football than this movie since JFK. I mean, clearly, there's a tremendous amount of controversy about the science, and the science is basically correct, but it's not going to happen over a weekend. That's the only thing. I mean, this movie, the ice age happens over the weekend.
But it can't possibly have a happy ending once global warming has destroyed the Earth.
Well,
is it global warming or global freezing?
Well, that's the first point you got to understand. A global warming causes a global freezing. And that's very confusing, of course, because it's all about the salt water mixing with the fresh water when the icebergs break off, and then the currents shut down, and when the currents can't bring the hot water up to the north, they get an ice age.
All right, Ronnie, here's a scene of the two scientists debating if the Earth is going to freeze over.
Okay.
I'm tired of them interfering in our lives because it's so great. Because our life is so great. I love you, and I don't like what they do. Yeah, you love me. This is love. This is love. I don't like the way they treat you. You're a jerk.
So those are the scientists.
This is love.
I mean, and then when the ice age happens, a superstorm comes. It's based on a book, The Coming Global Superstorm.
Why can't they do this? Instead of an ice age, why can't it just be a nice age?
They gloss over the fact that, maybe, 200 million freeze in, like, quick freeze. Because what happens is with these superstorms, it sucks air out of the upper atmosphere.
Much like you do to the show.
Sorry.
It just sounds awful, Paulo.
So 200 million people on the Earth instantly die because of the super freeze?
Yeah, I mean...
I would have bet more.
If you're north of the D.C. area, that's about what happens. And then everybody wants to get...
Thank you for sparing us.
Well, actually, Dennis Quaid lives in D.C., and he has to walk to New York on snowshoes.
Oh, now I think I do want to say it. I had no idea it was local. I just want to see a movie where I can see my house. I don't care what happens.
So basically, in him Steele Award, she's a doctor in D.C. and they're trying to help their troubled son, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Isn't he a little long in the tooth to play this role?
I know. He's supposed to be in...
I got a problem with that, and I got a problem with the Home Alone kid coming back to play a teenager in Saved.
Yes,
he's 40.
As long as he screams.
All right, Paulo. So if you could only see one movie this weekend, what should we say?
Tomorrow.
All right. When should we see it?
Tomorrow.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later on, Paulo. I'm glad you got out of the house tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Say hi to your wife, Shrek 2.
Okay.
All right, see ya.
That's Paulo, and his life is a movie.
All right, coming up, Fezzy. It's the fastest hour in radio. Do we need to do any plugs or anything before? Okay.
Well, cool.
Fastest hour in radio. It's the Ron and Fez Show.